First 15 rugby always holds a special place in players' hearts, and it's no different for Conrad Smith and Beauden Barrett. The two World Cup winners took Simon Hampton for a tour of their old stomping ground and a chance to reminisce on another busy year.
If we weren't too happy with the morning tea some days, it'd turn into frisbees, little cookies, It used to just be everywhere.
Beauden Barrett and Conrad Smith have come a long way since high school in New Plymouth.
I remember when I was in the first 15, we were looking up to Conrad, so he gave us that inspiration to, that a skinny white boy can, pack a punch, at international levels.
Both skinny white guys have gone on to forge memorable careers with World Cup, Super Rugby titles and 143 tests between them.
Our rugby program's certainly grown over the last 10, 20 years, and it helps having some good genes within the Barretts, obviously, and amongst some other families as well.
But never losing sight of where it all began.
Probably spent more time down here than in class, so brings back memories, seeing the young fellas kicking the ball around. It's always good to come back.
Barrett is winding down after a stellar 2016, which saw him named World Player of the Year, while Smith is back on a brief Christmas holiday.
I never got to beat Boys High. That's one thing Snakey has over me.
And we're not a rugby school, and I don't think, we'll never try to be a rugby school, but we're, I think, just produce some quality men. Got a bit of notoriety because we've got a family of Barretts that suddenly all Blacks.
Smith watched on from afar as Barrett steered the Hurricanes to its maiden Super Rugby title earlier this year.
Funny that probably one of the most enjoyable rugby experiences of my career was sitting in Spain watching, my old team win a game, and it wasn't even something, I wasn't playing.
Although Smith did have a small part to play.
His inspirational letters he writes back home, it gets us boys up, so it's always good to see him.
Emails, they're not handwritten. You got that one, you got that. Oh.
Smith himself is loving France, and not just the money and lifestyle.
We understand he only plays the home game, so, the Super Rugby.
Get 3 weeks off for Christmas.
It's pretty good.
I'm actually enjoying the rugby more than I thought, and it's great.
But even despite their dazzling resumes, there's always one that will hold an edge.
Who had the better first 15 out of you two?
We're looking at the record, and his was 22 wins out of 25 games, so that was hard to beat. I think we're running at a 66% in my final year, so can't compete with that. And he beat Boys High.
I'll take that.
Simon Hampton, News Hub.